PTSD has such a physiological component to it. If you understand PTSD as, your limbic system or your survival system being stuck open, like what I like to tell people is you go to war and you spend every day at war hunting other people and other people are hunting you. And when you come home, you cannot turn it off. You basically that valve that puts out all those survival chemicals is stuck open.
Really, just the sexual harassment and abuse alone wasn't just like I said, it was like a game for them. And I was in another country during a war. It's hard for me to like admit that I was terrified, but I was. It's hard for me to admit that I felt helpless, but I was. And like it came to the point where they got me alone often, and and it's just I wish I would have done more, but I'm not sure there was more I could have done at that time. And like I said, I'm not a weak woman, but I was so scared, and to the point where like I kept thinking every time they would make sure that I drove alone with them to the border, to the berm, over into Iraq, and I kept thinking one of these times I'm not coming back. You know, um, I'm too vocal, and I was afraid that they were gonna think she's gonna say something, or like they were gonna kill me. Stuff messed with my head so much that I turned to drugs. I turned to alcohol, and I wanted to pretend like it didn't happen. I wanted to pretend that I had some kind of part in it, because just thinking like it was being a victim, basically being a victim, was one of the hardest things for me to grasp in my life. Like I said, I'm not a weak woman. I'm not a victim, but I was.
In 2007, the drinking was for medicative reasons, right? To try and help me go to sleep, to try and help me combat these feelings I had all day. And then the moral injury kicked in. That's where my suicidality started to happen. Dealing with the fact that I was not the person that I thought I would have been in certain circumstances. So
Like I said, I ended up on drugs. I walked away from my family. I walked away from my son. I walked away from everything. I ended up being homeless on heroin, and like for like almost a decade of my life. And that is not the woman that I am. That's not the female that I am. But like what had happened, just I couldn't wrap my brain around it. I had to see that doctor, and I had to get clean, and I had to heal. But I'm in a healthy relationship today that I never thought I would be in. You know, I have both my children. And I'm so happy that stuff like this is being talked about, because I mean, how many people are in the military? How many people is this happening to? And it's actually it's being acknowledged. It is being it recognized.